you, Daniel Andrews, you dog.
On the 5th of September, I decided to go on a jog around the Botanical Gardens in Melbourne, and some interesting and completely unexpected events took place. To pre-warn you, much of the camera work in this is a little shaky because I am jogging the entire time. Also, just for the information of the Dan Andrews regime, this is within 5 kilometres of my home, therefore everything in this video is within your approved radius. All hail, dear leader, Dictator Dan. My run took me past the Shrine of Remembrance and I noticed a huge police contingent. There was a large crowd gathered with a few holding placards. Figuring it was something interesting, I went in for a closer look. It appeared I'd run into the anti-lockdown Freedom Day rallies I'd heard about on social media. What are the odds?
It is disgusting. There's a bunch more mounties moving up right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another 12 mounted police.
Holy mounted police. Cops all over the place. So there's a fair few people here. The cops are blocking everyone though. It's pretty hardcore. Wow, they're just moving everyone on.
Turns out, Tim Boyanton from the Conservative National Party was there, so I asked him to say a few words.
It's good to be here today, part of the Freedom Day.
Yeah.
We need to sack Dan Andrews and take our state back.
Big time.
Because this is
let's put him on trial for treason.
Blatant communism.
Exactly. All the laws are, they're all unlawful anyway, all the fines are unlawful.
They're not in line with the omnibus legislation with the Victorian
Charter of Human Rights.
Human Rights Responsibilities.
Exactly. See, I'm being an obedient sheep, an obedient sheep by going actually just taking it seriously and going for a run around 5 kilometres within 5 k's of my home. So
doing well, mate.
Yeah, they can't even pretend to give me a fine. No, someone have to write a letter.
If anyone gets a fine, just either review it, and if that doesn't work, take it to court.
Take it to court, yeah.
There were even mounted officers and fully armed riot police wandering around. It seemed like a total overkill for a group of people expressing their views peacefully. I guess Dickie's Dan doesn't like free speech or something.
So here at the protest still, met Tim, got a little thing from him.
Go the Pies.
No, you still watch sports ball? Go on, mate, what's wrong with you? I boycotted that after the kneeling nonsense. So there's a whole line of cops up the top. There's, I don't know, probably about 1,000 people here, maybe a bit more than that. What do you reckon?
Yeah, probably about
1,200 people thereabouts, exercising their rights under God, first and foremost, but also under the Victorian Charter of Human Rights Act of 2006, which protects freedom of movement and freedom of speech and the right to peacefully assemble, of which the Emergency Powers Act, the emergency powers that they're under in the Health and Wellbeing Act, does not supersede, because it doesn't. In fact, the omnibus bill, you mentioned it, the omnibus bill that they are extending it under actually specifically says that it's subject to the Charter of Human Rights.
Yeah, that's right.
So the law is subject to the Charter of Human Rights. So any fine is unlawful. You can just get it reviewed and then challenge it in court. But it's just a big fear campaign. But that said, I'm still obeying my Lord Dictator Dan. You know, all hail. You got to do it like this. You can't do it like that. That's evil, but that's okay. You know,
Go Dictator Dan.
Go Dictator Dan. I'm exercising. I'm actually exercising. Well, I've mentioned already, but I'm doing a run because I'm within 5 k's of my home. So I'm using it as a chance to actually go out for some exercise. And why not? Two birds with one stone, and they can't even issue an unlawful fine because I'm within even their own guidelines. It's just disgusting what they're doing, where they're trying to stop it. Anyway, it looks like everyone's moving on. So I might. Are you going to move on? What's happening? You going to go over here?
Yeah, I'll follow the crowd, mate.
Yeah, I'll follow the crowd. I'm going to keep documenting this as it goes on.
Before we get to the rest of the video, just a quick message. I rarely post on this channel these days, but if you enjoy my content, please head over to Matty Rose Live and check out my live streams. I go live from 8:30 PM Sundays on a solo stream and 9 PM Monday nights for XYZ Live with David Hiscox. We go over all the relevant news stories and anything else we feel like discussing. Hope to see you there. A large chunk of the crowd headed over St Kilda Road, so I followed them to see what would happen.
Here he is. Snake. Hey, mate.
What's happening, mate?
That's good, man. You've been the best jogger all day.
Yeah, still jogging. Just jogging. It's daily exercise, you know.
Yeah.
They chanted as they walked and got a lot of support from passing traffic.
Freedom! 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 Freedom!
The mainstream media were there ready to push the fake news agenda. Funny because news reports spoke only of violence and clashes with police. But here they are in the middle of a group of protesters perfectly safe. I guess that was just an oversight.
We're doing nothing wrong except sticking up for our children's future.
The crowd started walking along Albert Park Lake. It was unclear where they were going. I decided to call it and start jogging back to my car to finish my exercise.
Just jogging back to my car now. And interesting to see what the fallout from this is. Whether or not Dan tries to use it as an excuse to shut us down for even longer, which he probably will. Found this sign here. It says freedom is life.
I figured it might be worth it to get some shots of the shrine on my return trip. The cops had it fully locked down.
Hey? Yeah. Someone up there. Up there. Every entrance. So, just had a cop ask me if I was exercising within my 5k radius. Good thing I am. Within 5k is my home. So, when I put all these videos up, there's nothing I can do about it. It's just kind of funny if you think about it.
As I ran back to my car, there was still a strong and visible police presence. Few people who had attended the protest were still hanging around, along with some others who didn't get the chance thanks to state intervention.
I'm disgusted.
Yeah.
Absolutely disgusted. We didn't even get a chance. It's in the Human Rights Charter, is the ability to peacefully protest at all times.
Yeah.
My human rights have been taken away from me. Before I even got to the protest, I was detained.
You were detained?
Yeah, I've had the fine. I got attacked by the riot squad. They took my flag off me, my Aussie flag.
They took your Aussie flag off you, the riot squad?
Yeah.
Where are the riot squad?
They're all over. You want to see them? There's horses, there's shields, there's assault rifles. They're fully tooled up.
Assault rifles?
Yeah. There's more police than protesters.
Yeah.
More police than
Now there is.
protesters?
They all went to Albert Park Lake.
Everyone's
I've heard
at
that, I've
Albert
heard
Park?
that. Look, I just think they've done such an effective fear-mongering job this week.
Yeah.
You know, for 8 months they've done it, but they've turned us against ourselves. They got our leaders to come out and say, don't go, you know, so they divided us and they've conquered us. I don't really know what we can do. I just pray that good wins.
Probably 500
Riot squad.
fully armed friggin' riot squad turned up. I did tell them you look a bit overdressed, but had a good speech with the police.
Sack Daniel Andrews. Jail Daniel Andrews.
Sticky
Daniel
again.
Andrews is the biggest dog in Victorian history, and I hate him with every ounce of my being. F you, Daniel Andrews, you dog.
I later found out that the riot squad had surrounded the protest and broken it up. Watching the video here, you can make up your own mind what the so-called clashes, according to the media, were. You can also decide if the riot gear and mounted police were necessary for a group of people who really only went for a walk. They even arrested Jewish journalist Avi Yemeni, perhaps indicating a deep anti-Semitism within the Daniel Andrews regime. My Botanical Gardens run was truly eye-opening. What started out as merely a chance for some fresh air and exercise turned into a very eventful day. It really shone a light on the tyranny crushing Victoria right now. With little justification, the Daniel Andrews regime violently shut down a peaceful assembly. The corporate media then, with notable exceptions, supported everything he did. It really gives you a sense of what is to come if we allow Marxists to continue rampaging over the community. All said and done, I had a good run. I haven't run so far and long in my life. Stay fit, stay healthy, stay safe, and I'll see ya when I see ya.